So good morning. It's super early here in the UK. It's 10 to 6 a.m. Saw the price change, and I figured that people would like a bit of reassurance, or at least some kind of feel for what's going on, whether you're a regular follower or not. Um, my wife's still asleep. I'm not going downstairs to get my glasses, but I can still just about see the screens. So I thought I'd just come on and talk to you guys about what I think right now. Okay, so if we look at this. Let's go straight into. This is only going to be a short stream because I'm actually not in this morning. I've got to go somewhere else this morning. But I've been saying for this whole period that we need to visit the bottom half of this for me to feel more confident about being long. Don't forget, I'm long. Yeah, I'm long from sort of here and here. I'm here long from the top, and I say the top. I'm long from about here when we first got here, and I'm long again around here. So I've got a long average about here, and I'm quite happy with it. And I said I wasn't going to add to it because I felt that we hadn't visited the lower half of the distribution, and that's true until today, at which point we have. Now, I'm not entirely sure that this is going to rally straight away from here, but I'm much more comfortable that now we've had this dip into the bottom half, that any rally from here, be it here or be it, we get a load of this first and then this, any rally from here is going to be much more encouraging to me than if we'd gone like this. I know it sounds counterintuitive. It's the whole Wyckoff thing, and I'm not going to tell you everything about why I think this, because actually you need to pay to subscribe in order to get the extra information that we basically teach in our channel, because we're not going to give you signals. We are going to show you what we look for in a trade, and this is kind of starting to look much more like it now. Now, if you look at Wyckoff, let me just pop it up. So it's possible we're in this ST, secondary thrust in phase B. It's also possible we're here. So by no means would I say that we know where we are. Personally, I think the ST was a very high one, and this could well be a spring, but it's still not all there. Now, so there are two different ways of dealing with this. You either DCA, believing that whatever happens, even if you're here or here, you're buying the low of the range. However, what you have not got then is high probability, because really, it's fine to DCA. I'm really not saying it isn't, and to be fair, I'm considering it myself. But if we're only here, then we've got weeks, possibly months to play out, and you might, carry a bit of a profit from down here for a while, and then only watch it spring again. But in general, the level's right. In our view, the level is right around here. And don't forget that post I made some while ago. In fact, I'm not going to look for it now, but it's a post saying we're comfortable. Finally we say, this is a good area to buy. And when I say area, I mean we're talking about an area, aren't we? We're talking about the area from sort of 30 down to 25. And if you look at the grand scheme of things on a monthly, we're talking about this area here. Okay, and are we buying it saying it's going to an all-time high? No, just to help you guys out, no, we expect it to go to a B. Now, given we've gone so low, I'm saying 52.5, 53 for the B. Lewis, my partner, says 48. One of us will be right. I think, I personally think in order to fool everybody, it has to break through this level to make everybody go super bullish, at which point the big boys sell it to you up here around the 48 to 53 level. But that's just me, and Lewis thinks it goes lower. He's actually better than me at this, so it's very possible he's right. So let's go back to the daily. So here's our picture. And if you haven't looked at Wyckoff, look him up. Wyckoff. Okay, so nothing's really changed except I'm talking a tiny bit quieter simply because my whole family's still asleep as they should be. So let me just check if anybody's asking questions. We've got Bitcoin metrics, just thumbs up. Let's have a look at YouTube because I'm trying to get YouTube up. Do I think it's the spring? Well, I've just been through that. It could be, or it could be the ST. Now this is what I marked as the ST, but it really wasn't really thrusting down to the same area. So it is possible that this, in fact, is an ST. And a lot of people will be saying, "Oh, the spring's here, the spring's here," but you know, it could easily not be. And so let's have a think about what we mean by taking high probability trades. So if this is the ST, then let me get rid of these. If this is the ST, then we're due a path a bit like this for the spring. Okay, so if you're a short-term trader, you know, you might be saying to yourself, well, I can buy it here at the ST and then sell it up at 31,000 and so forth. And yes, you can. Shall I tell you the really high probability trade? The high probability trade is to wait until we're messing around up here and retesting at the top and wait for the break. That's the high probability trade, because you'll get a break and then a pullback, and that's where you buy it. Okay, so there's your high probability trade, and look at the difference. Difference is 25,000 buying it today, or 31.2 buying it then. Okay, so what you have, the age-old problem in that you have a better price or more probability, and in general we recommend the higher probability to the better price, because you don't know. Buying it here, you know, we're not geniuses or magicians. It's higher probability that we're going up from here than it is down, but it doesn't mean it can't go down. Okay, so I'm long and happy to be, and considering DCA in here, and then walking away from it and leaving it for some months, because I only buy cash. I'm not doing anything with margin. End result, I won't really be put under very much pressure. You know, I won't be stopped out. I may sit there staring at some red bags for a bit, but overall I have confidence that we get a rally at some stage. But don't forget timing. This is a monthly ABC, monthly. So even if I bring it to the weekly, let's just get rid of some of all this ephemeria. So even if I bring it to the weekly, let's get rid of it. See how little has happened? That whole section that we were just looking at is encompassed here. If you look at the whole thing, you can see how it's really easy for this to last some while. It could go like this. Look at this one here, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The kind of 7 weeks. Not even so, we're entering the 7th week, and there's no reason why that couldn't have been 20. So all I'm saying is, one of the hardest things to do when you're trading, especially when you're learning, is saying to yourself, be patient, be patient, be patient. I'll give you an example of exactly what I mean. So if we look on a 15-minute chart on recent price action, this was seen as the spring, because people are looking on too short a time frame. Here, lovely spring. And in fact, on a 15-minute, it was a perfect Wyckoff accumulation here with a nice spring and then move up to a higher level. But obviously on a 15-minute chart, a higher level just means like $700. Everyone was desperate for it to rise, saw this drop, saw the rally afterwards, got fooled. Zoom out, for God's sake, zoom out. And then you realise that all that stuff was just nonsense. Where's that gone now, that spring? It's completely gone, it's not there anymore. Just checking out, the sound works. And people can hear it. Ronnie Wahed says, can the end of B reach all-time high area? Very unlikely, no. I'd say no. What's next support for BTC? Once I get my comms, I'll be signing up. Well, that's good to hear, Clayton. What's the next question? What's the next support for BTC? Well, we're kind of at it now. this is the support, and you say the next support, but you don't really get one price. Maybe on a 15 or a 5-minute chart, then you get a price that's a support level or a resistance level, but on a daily chart you get resistance zones, and this is sort of 25 to 32, and we're in it at the bottom of it right now, and we identified that some while ago as the area. And so if you look back through previous streams, you will see that I had been saying for some while, as I said at the beginning of this, that we needed to see the bottom of this area. Let's put the Wyckoff in again. I said I wasn't happy, and if you read my previous idea on this, that I'm not adding my position until we've seen this. Sorry, it's a bit early. And now we have seen it here, and I want to see what happens from here. And the thing is, you can wait. If you haven't bought any yet, you could easily wait and not buy any here and buy some at 32 with much higher probability on the way back up. However, I wouldn't put you off starting your DCA or carrying on DCAing at this level. And just because it's going down and Twitter Cripper has gone mad and everyone's suddenly bearish, just should not, just try and hold on to yourself. We're still bullish of the overall picture. So if we're looking at the overall picture, just to try and reassure people and show people what we mean, maybe a 3-day would be best for this. So going to the overall picture, I mean, we do have a problem here in that if we dip below 19,500, then you're putting the whole Elliott wave picture at risk. We're reasonably confident it won't, but at the same time it is possible. So we're seeing this as a monthly 3-4 move, and it's a 3-part move: A in the white, B, C, and we've hit A, and now we're expecting a rally up to B, and this should look quite impulsive, and it should fool people into thinking it's moon time again, just as they've started to go short. All the FOMO will hit on this way up, at which point the rug gets pulled again. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I think that given we've dipped so low, the C may not be much lower than we are here, but it could easily dip to sort of sub 20 just for a bit, just to scare everybody. Right, what's next? Yeah, if you can't see anything, just hit F5. I mean, this is standard. TradingView streaming service is relatively new, and I have found that in the past you might have to hit F5 just to get it up, maybe reload the page. It does come up in the end. There is a YouTube link also. I'm looking at YouTube now. Moneyhead says appreciate it. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to have to go because I have a morning and I do something else. My wife has started a new business and she needs to train me how to do things so that I can cover her when she's away, and she's going away on Thursday, so I've got to go in and learn it all. It doesn't mean I can't stream from there, but it would have to be a YouTube only stream, so I may stream later if we get some action, but you'd have to, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can see down below in my signature, then if I stream later you'll get notified for that, so subscribe to that and hit notify, because I'll have my laptop with me and I'll be able to stream on YouTube, but I just won't be able to stream on TV. Right, so it's just a short one today, and I'm going to sign off now. Later on, once things calm down, maybe I can do another stream, but I just wanted to sort of reassure people as to where we are in the whole scheme of things, and I encourage you to go and subscribe to my YouTube and hit notify if you want to get any more on this. Just as a final recap, this is actually making me more comfortable about being long than before. Okay, I wasn't happy buying any more up here, but down here, okay, I'm fine with it. Okay, so have a good day. Try and remember to stay calm. Try not to be psychologically battered by this, because after all, that's what they want. They want you to give up. And in fact, one last thing I want to say is they'll happily do this for this long or longer in an effort to get you guys to give up, capitulate, and sell them your Bitcoin because they want to buy it. Okay, and on that bombshell, wait a minute, anything other questions? Dominic Sandry, well, there's a couple of interesting questions. Previously you said it needed more volume to really be an ST. So this is what, let's look at a daily. So there's your Sellers Climax. I didn't like this as an ST because there was almost no volume. And here, this low volume is because it's a weekend. Okay, so I'm not particularly bothered by the fact that the volume. I mean, today, this day is, just started, and so today's volume is going to be up here. So to answer the volume question, this thing is this. We've already had the same volume as we had yesterday, and it's only 6 a.m. here. Alexandra, people are saying BTC we're going down to 19 or 20k. Yeah, I'm not sure in this particular hit, no, but I think the C may drive us down there. So talking in probabilities, I'm not I haven't been made bearish by this drop. If anything, it's made me think, yeah, we are going to go up here, because this is much more like the sort of Wyckoff I was looking for. I am looking for, sorry, this area here is much more like the sort of Wyckoff distribution I was looking for. Whether this is an ST or a spring, if you don't know what those terms mean, just look up Wyckoff on the internet. There's plenty of, I'm not going to teach it here. This could easily be an ST or a spring. Either way, you were at the bottom of this particular distribution, close to it anyway. But be careful trading with margin, because you can get caught out. So if this is an ST and the spring goes down to 20, make sure you've got the margin for it. Right, signing off. That's it for today, and I'll try and get on later. I should be able to stream later. It's just a question of whether I do it from my missus. She runs a co-working space, and so I can might possibly stream from there if it gets exciting later. Okay, bye bye now.